Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mind Matters 2020. I am excited that you have joined us. This is Antonio Carter, and we're going to begin in a few moments. Hopefully, everyone had a great week. Hopefully, you had an astounding, extravagant, beautiful week. Hopefully, life afforded you your opportunities and those things that you desired to happen, that you manifested them, that you brought them forth, because as only you can do. I encourage you again, as only you can do, you can manifest what it is that you desire. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on in, come on in. Everyone, come on in. Come on in. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are here. Every week at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, we are here with you. And I need you to give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me this morning, our microphone is working well. I tell you, I'm excited. I'm excited that you have joined us today. I need you to share and invite. I need you to share and invite. Today is the 24th of October. It's a wonderful day. It's a day that you've never seen before. As Scripture declared, this is the day that Yah has made, or Source or Divine has made, and we are glad in it. We are divine. And so this is a day that we have helped to create. Come on, come on, come on. Let's believe that. Let's trust that. Let's know that that's part of who we are. So again, welcome, 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 welcome to Mind Matters 2020. We're going to get started in a few more moments. I need you to share and I need you to invite. I need you to share and I need you to invite. Let someone know that we're here and we are ready to share our journey. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's an excellent thing. It is a source. It is the divine thing, as many call it, the God thing, that we are here and we're moving in the element and the divine energy that have been afforded us. So guys, I'm glad that you joined me today. I'm glad that you joined me today. Again, this is Antonio Carter with Mind Matters 2020, and we're excited that you've joined us today. Again, today is October the 24th, 2020. October 24th, 2020. Listen, this is a great day. I tell you, this is a great opportunity for you to begin to look at your health, begin to look at your home, begin to think about your security, about your love life, about your love languages, about the beauty, the essence, the creation, who you are, your beauty, your essence. You are made up of divine source. And so you are a beautiful individual. I don't care what media has said. I don't care what people have said to you. I don't care what other voices have been speaking to you. You are a work of art. You are a piece of art. Why? Because in the beginning you were created. You were created out of source, divine source. You came from the very image, the very likeness of divine source. And so you are beautiful. You are beautiful. And I need you to take some time throughout the week and say that to yourself. I'm beautiful. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am a work of art. I am just that. I'm all that, some people say, and a bag of chips. I'm all that. I'm all that. And I have to say that to myself. I have to speak those things over myself. Why? Because it's important. It's important that I begin to speak these things over my life, because these are divine energies. These are things that really help to seal in our lives. And I am here to encourage you. I'm not here to discourage you. I'm here to help build you up. I'm here to help exhort you. I'm here to help you along your journey and to share with you my journey and some things that I have gone through. All right, so we're going to get started. We always start off with our disclosure. And that disclosure is that Mind Matters 2020 is a platform designed to promote thought, consciousness and self-awareness. We're not here to insult you. We're not here to alter or belittle your journey. But we're here to help push you, encourage you, and exhort you along the journey. Because we know one fact, that you are Yah's, and Yah is you, and Yah has a plan for your life, and you are his child. And we end that with period, with a T. We end that with period. Because we believe that. We trust that. We have absolute assurance that there is a plan for every one of our lives. And there's a scripture that says these plans are not to harm us, but to give us a hope and a future. Many people are living beneath their privileges. And your privilege is this, is that you have hope and you have a future. It's only according to what you believe. As a man thinketh, so is he. It's according to your belief, not your religious system's belief, not anyone else's belief, but it's the actual belief system that you have on the inside of you that makes the difference, that causes things to come to pass in your life. You got to believe that you are worth it. You got to believe your self-worth. You got to believe how valuable you are in life and to life. Listen, no one can tell me that I'm not valuable. You can no longer tell me that I'm not worth anything. I've been down that road before. I'll never be bamboozled or hoodwinked or tricked in that manner again. I know that I'm valuable. I know that I'm an asset. I know that I'm needed. I know that I'm wanted. Come on. You got to know these things about yourself. No one can do that for you, but you got to have that affirmation about yourself, that I'm valuable, that I'm a commodity. I'm a high commodity. I'm worth it. I am worth investing in. Come on now. And you got to, even if no one else invests in you, you got to know your worth to invest in yourself. Sometimes it takes you taking yourself out to dinner. Sometimes it takes you buying your own gift for yourself. Many times we're waiting on outside source. I talked about this last week, how important it is for us to know that we're not getting anything from anywhere else, from an outside source. Anything that's going to happen in our lives, we're going to have to do it. We've been put in a position in life to succeed. We've been put in a position in life to bring it forth. And so anything that you want or you desire, you're going to have to give it to yourself. And guess what happens? You start to create the law of reciprocity in your life. The law of giving and receiving begins to happen in your life. When you start to give to yourself, when you start pouring into yourself, that's showing yourself how valuable you are. That's showing yourself your self-worth. That's showing you how a great commodity or high commodity you are. If you got to do it for yourself, and what will happen is you start putting things into motion. This is what happens when you start pouring into yourself. The energies around you begin to pick that up, and energies around you begin to pour into you. This is what I gather from the earnest expectation of the creature's yearning for the manifestation of the sons of God. Many times we have to understand that manifestation happens within us. We have to manifest to ourselves. Listen, oh my goodness. Yes, the earnest expectation of the creature is yearning for your manifestation, yearning for you to know who you are, yearning for you to accept your value, yearning for you to understand your self-worth, yearning for you to understand that you're a high commodity. And when you start moving in that manifestation within you, when you recognize who you are, what you are, the value that you have, the elements around you, the source around you, the energy around you begins to gravitate, pull, gravitate and pull, gravitate and pull, gravitate and pull, gravitate and pull to you everything that is necessary. But it does not happen until it happens within you. Listen, I'm learning this on my journey. And this is really not what I came to talk about today, but I feel like the Spirit is leading me in this direction to share this with you. You and I must accept the fact that we're valued. You and I must accept the fact we must accept our self-worth. We must accept our value. We have to understand what a high commodity we are. And until we understand that, we cannot expect for the outside energies, the elements, the heavens, the earth, men, women, the cosmos. All of this cannot minister to us effectively if we have not taken the initiative to minister to ourselves. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is really bringing enlightenment to my own self of the importance of my value. You got to show that in every aspect of your life. What do I mean by that? Dress yourself. Put yourself in position. Practical things. I said this for years. It's a practical thing for spiritual principles. And it's a spiritual thing for practical principles. We've got to operate in the spirit of who we are. Celebrate the spirit of who you are. Celebrate your worth. Take yourself, get a mirror and talk to yourself. And you speak to yourself like this. Hey, you are valuable, Tony. Hey, you are a high commodity, Tony. Hey, you are highly sought after. You are of great necessity. You are needed. You are wanted. You are deserving of all of this. Listen, I used to tell people this all the time. When people are offering you gifts, use this false humility lose that false humility. I just ain't worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of every gift that you receive. You are worthy of every monetary gift. You are worthy of every tangible gift. You are worthy of everything that someone offers you. Listen, if you are a sexy human being, it's okay that somebody recognizes that. That's not blasphemy. That's not of source, not of divine. Because you are a sexy individual, you are a handsome individual, you bad and you know it. There's nothing wrong with that. And let me tell you something about that. If someone walks up to me and says, man, you know you fine, I'm receiving that compliment. Yes, I am. I'm going to take it in because I know that's how I feel about myself. So why not? If I feel that way about myself, why is it abnormal or off limits for someone to walk up to me and say, man, you know you fine? Why? Because I say that to myself. Tony, you know you fine. Tony, you know you look good. Tony, you know you got it going on. That's my value. That's my self-worth. And that is what I am promoting to myself. And because I am self-promoting me, because I'm complimenting me, because I am holding up my value, I understand that the elements around me will begin to produce that kind of energy. And let me go back to this, talking about being sexy. There are women that are sexy. There are men that are sexy. And all of us accept our sexiness. But let me tell you something. Just because you said I'm sexy, or just because you said I'm fine, I value myself enough to understand that if you have a motive, I know how to counteract that motive. That's the maturity of my spirit. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. I thank you for that compliment. But just because someone says that to me doesn't mean in my mind, oh, they want my body. Oh, they want my goods. No, that's not even the concept of my mind. My mind says, my mind's eye says, do you recognize that energy? That energy is the same energy that you have given to yourself. That is the same compliment you said about yourself. So I have released that into the realm, into the spirit world, into the spirit realm. And I'm receiving back what I have complimented about myself. I'm just here to encourage you. There is somebody out there right now who might be suicidal, who might be on their last leg, who devalues themselves, who are abusing themselves physically because someone has put it in their mind that they are not worth anything. I come for you. I ain't coming for this religious group of people. I'm not coming for these church people. I'm coming for those who are out there, and you might be churched. You might be bound in your religious system. So guess what? I am talking to you because even in that system, some of us have not felt valued. We have been devalued. Our gifts have been devalued. Our weaknesses have been devalued. Our strengths have been devalued. We have just been devalued, period. And you know, I was thinking about something this week, and it bothered me to this point because I've been devalued enough. I don't need to come to a place and be told all of the negative connotation about me. Everything about me is negative. Everything about me is negative. Everything, ain't nothing good in me. I'm just this rich. I'm just this uncircumcised Philistine. I'm just this and I'm just this. But nobody's telling me who I am really. Listen, I'm not that person. I'm coming to tell you that how valuable you are. And I'm not perpetrating the lies, the generational lies that have been taught to us that we are wretches and we are sinners and we are no good and we're filthy. I'm not promoting that. But what I am promoting to you, that you're already whole, that you're already healed, that you're already saved. You're already all of those things. The only thing is that you got to recognize it. You just got to recognize your value. You got to recognize your self-worth. You got to recognize who you are. You got to awaken your consciousness to the fact that I've never been separated from source. I've never been separated from the divine. I had to raise my consciousness to understand that. Why? Because all of that devaluing even caused me to devalue myself, to think myself less than who I am. I will no longer allow any type of source to devalue my work, to devalue my goods, to devalue who I am, to devalue my godness, to devalue my worth in the planet, to devalue my future, to devalue my eternal resting, to devalue me as a person, as an individual, as a soul, as a spirit, as a body. I will not be devalued. And I will not sit and allow anyone to devalue who you are. I know this is unorthodox. This is not tradition. This is not what we're used to hearing. But when there's a raising in consciousness, and there's a raising of your mind, and there's a renewing of your mind, when you are restored to your rightful sense, then you see things differently, you see things clearly, and you see things as they are. I recognize who I am. I recognize what I am. And I recognize that I sit in divine authority when it concerns my life. You are in control of things. Accept your healing. Accept your health. Accept your beauty. Accept your self-worth. Accept everything concerning you. Move in divine harmony. Listen, this is the place in the hour and the time we're living in right now is harmony. You got to come in harmony with who you are. You can no longer be so divided, split-brained, fork-tongued, saying two things. Duality. You got a forked tongue. You're speaking certain things about yourself, to yourself. No, I'm bringing in singleness of eye. You got to see in the eye of the Spirit about you, about your worth, about your value, about you being a high commodity. You got to see through a single eye, not duality, not two, but one. Listen, the time of being two-faced is over. And Spirit is bringing us into singleness of thought, singleness of mind, oneness. I hear this. Oneness of thought concerning yourself. There's no longer this separation where we have broken ourselves up. We've just shattered ourselves and we're everywhere. We're all over the place. This is a season and a time of harmony where things are coming together. They are harmonized. Spirit, soul, and body harmonized. Moving in unity, oneness, in absolute. This is where we are today. We're in October 24th. This is the number of harmony, unification. It's almost like family oneness. That's what it is, a family, spirit, soul, and body, one family. Speaking the same thing, moving the same way, having the same energy, having the same thought. It's a place of companionship. It's balance. We're sitting in the energy of idealism, balance. And it's not something that's just happening once. It's consistent. It's constant. When you're moving in your oneness. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm able to share this with you because like I said earlier, I am coming after those who have been told that they are nothing. You've heard things like, you just like your no good daddy. And those things have been embedded in your psyche, in your thought patterns. And that's how you think about yourself. You're just like your mama, your crackhead mama. You just like your drug addict daddy. You just like you're gonna turn out just like that. But even if that was negative, if that was truth that was spoken to you about those people, that does not make that you. And let me tell you something. You have the authority to reject or accept anything that comes into your space. You got the authority over that. You reject it. You say no to it. But I tell you what, one thing that I have not run from is negativity. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I understand that it takes negative and positives to produce the energy necessary for power. So there is power in those words that they say to you. That you have a power that says, that might be true, but I'm going to use that for my betterment. I'm going to use that as my fuel of fire to do the opposites of everything that you say. You have that power. You have that ability. You have that authority. It rests in you. You are divine. You have a divine authority that rests on the inside of you to receive or reject. That's your God-given divine source right to receive it or to reject it. You've been given that authority. Not something out there, but you. That's been given to you. And you have a divine right to accept it or reject it. So I'm saying to you today, focus. Come into oneness of thought about you. See yourself as divine. See yourself. You got to say this to yourself, that I am divine. And divine is me. I am beauty. And beauty is me. I am sexy. And sexy is me. You got to receive that. You got to understand that's who you are. I am that I am. I am all that I say that I am, because I am. You know, I begin to say these things to myself, because you got to understand, and I'm going to repeat this again for those of you who are just coming on watching. You got to understand the energy that is released when you begin to say it about yourself. I gave you a scripture earlier, and it says that the earnest expectation of the creature is yearning for the manifestation of the sons of God, the sons of Yah, the sons of divine, the sons of source. When you start to manifest within you, I'm not looking for outside anything. I'm not looking for any outside source or any of that. But what happens is when you begin to affirm you, when you begin to speak over you, when you begin to manifest in you, when you begin to come forth, the elements around you have no choice but to, there's a gravitational pull that happens, that energy that you release in you has to go somewhere, and it goes within and out of you into the atmosphere, and the atmosphere, the elements begin to grab hold to it, and they begin to gravitate to you, those energies that you released. See, I'm learning something about this that I never knew. I never knew this. Never knew this. For a long time, we had limited ourselves because of literal scripture. We had limited ourselves. But when I look at scripture now, I'm looking at it from a different mindset, not from something that is antiquated in thought. When I look at it now, I'm understanding that a lot of this stuff is metaphor. Come on, let's talk about it. And there are some things that are said, if you just read it from a literal sense, you're going to miss it. You're going to actually miss what is being said. This is why it talks about in scripture that it has to be by spirit. The letter alone killeth, but the spirit does what? He brings life. And so you got to understand that when you read it, you must read it from spirit. And because spirit denotes spirit, spirit captures spirit, spirit transfers spirit. And when spirit looks at scripture, spirit sees something totally different than what we see from a literal sense. So as I begin to look at scripture by spirit, I begin to see these different things. And one thing that I've seen is that when I begin to speak, listen, when I begin to speak to myself, it giveth life. Listen, Travis, watch this. When I begin to speak to myself, I'm speaking life. I'm giving life. What happens with that? This blesses me. This messes me up. Is when I'm starting to speak to myself in this manner. I'm giving myself life. And I'm producing life to gravitate to me. Life, everything that surrounds you begins to gravitate to you because you are speaking life to yourself. It makes sense. It gives life. The spirit gives life. So spirit, 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 spirit. And what happens with this is when spirit begins to speak to spirit, spirit produces in this realm of the spirit the things that are necessary. And let me tell you something. We pull from the realm of the spirit into our physical realm everything necessary for life. Everything necessary for life. You got to start speaking to yourself. You got to start talking to yourself. You got to say who you are. You got to declare. You got to affirm. I'm not waiting on someone to affirm me from out here. Divine sources already confirmed me. So I'm not looking for an affirmation from someone else. But I will tell you this, because of the law that I put into effect, it's going to happen anyway. It's just that simple. I put a law into effect when I start to confirm myself, when I start to affirm myself, when I start to speak over myself life. I'm putting a law into effect, and life produces life. I am just creating reciprocity, reoccurring over and over and over and over and over and over again. Life will be spoken to me. Gifts will be given to me. As I give gifts to myself, I told you earlier, as I begin to sow into me, as I begin to bless me, as I begin to take care of me, if I begin to dress me, if I begin to feed me, if I begin to buy for me, if I get to clothe me, if I begin to do these things for myself, what happens is I'm producing energy that produces the same energy after its own kind. My Lord and my King. I can't say no more than what I'm saying right now. And if you can't get it, a child could listen to this and get this. But I am saying to you that you are going to have to affirm yourself. Many people are waiting on people to affirm them, waiting on someone to lay their hands on you. Child, ma'am, sir, lay your hands on your own self. Love on you. Take yourself and give yourself a big hug. When you begin to fall in love with you, and I've been saying this for years, that the only way you're going to really know the love of God is when you love yourself. Y'all, we've been trying to find the love of God on the outside of us. And the love of God will not be found anywhere else but within you. You've been trying to find the love of God over here and the love of God through somebody else. But I hear divine source. I hear many, as we say, God, speak to me. I hear the Spirit expressly speak to me and say, until you begin to fall in love with you, you are not going to ever experience the true love of God. You have to fall in love with you. You have to understand how valuable you are. You're not going to experience this. What does the scripture say about the love of God? What does it say to us about loving your neighbor as you love yourself? I can't offer what I ain't giving me. I found that to be a true principle. I cannot offer you what I'm not giving myself. And for a long time, we've just given out, giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. But we go home empty. You know why you're empty? Because you've never taken the time to pour into yourself. You've never taken the time to embrace you. You've never taken the time to acknowledge your value. You've never taken the time. Understand your importance. I can give in every offering. I can give to every ministry. I can give to anybody But if I can't give to myself, that's an issue. That's a problem. And for a long time, we've been taught this way. But now we've got to look at this thing again and understand I've got to give to me. It's important that I give to me. It's important that I bless me. It's important that I pour on me. I need you to take a deep breath and breathe again. Take a deep breath and breathe again. You just breathe new life. You have just resuscitated yourself again. And I breathed into man. And man became a living soul. Breathe into yourself again. Breathe into yourself again. Pour into yourself again. Love on yourself again. Pamper yourself again. It is okay. Divine Source has willed it to be so. And you have to accept that fact that it is okay. It is okay. You know, I thought about this before I came on, and I'm going to end here. I thought about me being a father, or many of you who are fathers and mothers to your children. And I don't know why this came to my mind, but as I was preparing, I saw this vision. And in the vision, I saw a child asking his father, "Can I go outside and play?" And I saw the child as becoming independent. And it was like it was the first time this child was able to go outside on their own. And I'm like, Spirit, why are you showing this to me like this? Because this doesn't, I mean, what does this have to do with what I'm going to talk about today? And as I was standing there, I saw the child kind of leap with joy when the father said, "Go on outside." It was as if they were so excited that they were finally given independence to explore. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. But I hear divine saying to me that I have given you the okay to explore. And guess what? Even if you explore, the child, when they go out to explore, they may fall. They may trip. They may scratch up their knee and come running back to the father or the mother saying, "Oh, I fell. I hurt myself. I fell and hurt myself." The father and mother's going to do what? Attend to their aid. Help them with their scratch or whatever that is, and send them right on back out. Go on back outside and play. Independence means that you have the opportunity to fail and to succeed. I don't know what that was for, who that was for, but I'm here to tell you, your independence has been given to you by divine source. You have independent, and you are able to go in and go out. You are able to make mistakes and you're able to succeed. And you learn from your falling down. The next time, oh no, I ain't gonna skip like that no more. I know not to do that because that's detrimental to my health. That's detrimental to my health. Get this, you see what I'm saying? That's detrimental to my physical body. So you are independent. You have the ability to make the choice. You have the ability to go in and out. Do you know divine trusts you? You got to be able to trust yourself. And see, we have been taught in the mindset that divine source does not trust us. Oh my goodness. If you were not trusted, you wouldn't be housed in this physical body. I know this don't make, listen, this ain't normal theology. But divine source trusts you. You have been given something to be a good steward over. You are divine in a physical body. Be a good steward over what it is that you've been assigned. And move in that. Go in and out. You've been trusted. You have your independence. Your independence came when you were formed in the womb of your mother. And when you came through the birth canal into the realm, the earth realm, you were entrusted. Yes, you were given independence. All right, I'm done. I got to hit my 45-minute mark, and I'm there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it said something to you that speaks to where you are. Again, we're not here to belittle. We're not here to alter your journey, but we're here to help you along your journey, because we understand who you are and what you are. You are Yah's child. Yah has a plan for you. And we know that that plan is for hope and for a future. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you for joining. Again, this is Antonio Carter with Mind Matters 2020. I'll see you guys on next week at the same time here at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time for Mind Matters 2020. Please remember to like and share. Share this video. I need you to share it with someone, because I think when they see this, they're going to understand how valuable they really are. See you again next week, same time, 11:15 Eastern for Mind Matters 2020. I love you guys. I love you, and I appreciate you for joining me every week. Be blessed. Go in peace.